So this week I filmed this really fun cut crease bright colour smoky eyes with the bold lip. I bring a bit of everything in this video. So if you guys haven't, make sure you click the button down below. Hit the subscribe button because I upload on here twice a week. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more tutorials. And if you guys want to see how I create this look, please keep watching. So on my skin I've got foundation, concealer, all that jazz. I have got this new Charlotte Tilbury highlight and contour powder on. This is actually the darker colour. This is called the Film Style Bronze and Glow. This darker one's a really nice shade for contouring, and I also use this as blusher, but on deeper skins this would be such a nice highlighter, but I like it as blusher. I'm going to put some highlighter on my skin as well because it looks a bit flat, even though the blusher has a bit of sparkle in it, but I need some more, you know. Okay, so today's highlighter of choice is from Sleek. Yes, it's from the drugstore, guys. It comes with 4 different highlighters. Nice. And I really love these 2 powder shades. I don't really care so much for the cream shades. The powder shades I'm loving at the moment. This shade is really nice for the forehead, but I mix these 2 together for on top of my cheekbone. So I'm going to use my Morphe R36 brush. I've used this so much, the freaking numbers are wearing off. So I'm going to dip my brush in 2 of the powder highlighters. It's one of my favourite products from Sleek, actually. Did you guys know that I used to be obsessed with Sleek back in the days when I couldn't afford any makeup? I used to buy all their eyeshadow palettes. I literally won a competition. I've done all my crazy makeup looks with all Sleek eyeshadow palettes. Yes, bitch, yes. Alright guys, so today's palette we're going to be using the Morphe 35O. Yes, the OG. This had so much hype, and when I got my hands on it I was like, huh? Yes, it's everything it was meant to be. So today we're going to do a bit of a change. We're going to work on the outer corners first, and I want to make this bit really nice and matte but really warm. I'm going to go with my MAC 221 brush. This is like a small little blending brush. So we're going to go with the middle shade here. It's like a matte warm brown. Look how pigmented these eyeshadows are. Morphe is playing with these eyeshadows. I'm going to start to work on both eyes at the same time. I'm literally just putting the colour on the outer corners, and I'm just going to start to buff them out. What I like the most about Morphe eyeshadows is that it's really pigmented, and the more you build them up, the darker they get. They are a bit like dusty, I'm not going to lie, because they are obviously like quite cheap eyeshadow palettes, but the pigment, especially in the shimmer one, I'm kind of looking straight into the mirror and I'm working this really far down into the crease. I'm literally just going back and forth and just creating the kind of shape I want to go for. When it comes to looks like this, you want to make sure you choose the right brush, especially if you go really far on the inner corners. You want to make sure the brush is quite small. This depends on your eye shape. If you've got quite a lot of space like me, you don't want to go with a big fluffy brush because then you just end up getting a big fat line in here. You want it to be quite tapered so that the brush can almost have like a pencil brush kind of effect, but not as precise. Still quite blended and fluffy. I love warm eyeshadow colours. Whenever I get clients that ask me to do like greys and silvers, I'm like So just keep using that one eyeshadow, guys, and just start creating the shape that you want. Can you guys see, like, more that I'm putting on? It's starting to go deeper in certain areas, but I've just literally used that one shade. So now I'm going to make it a bit deeper. I'm going to go in with this bottom shade here. This is like a warm brown. One shade a bit darker than the original shade. And I'm just going to work this just on the outer corners, just so it has a bit more depth here, and then also inside that crease. But I don't bring this nearly as high anymore. Whenever I pick up product from the palette, I'm going straight in with exactly where I want that dark shade to be. Alright guys, now that we've got the eyeshadow where we want it to be, we're going to start blending because this line is a bit too harsh. So we're going to use a big fluffy brush. This is the MAC 224. We're going to go in with this shade here. This colour is really similar to Rule by MAC. It's a really nice orangey peachy shade. Because this brush is a bit fluffier, it will literally give the lightest coating of orange haze. I'm literally just going back and forth with the bigger brush, and it just creates a soft orange hue just on the eye, because I don't want it to be like, whoa, you're wearing orange eyeshadow. I want it to be like brown and then it fades into orange. This is why I love the Morphe eyeshadow palette, because it has tones that work together really well. So remember, every single time you put in transition shades, your deeper shade inside your crease is going to go lighter. So you need to make sure you go back in and carve that back out again with a darker shade. It's all about layering, guys. You guys see the difference between when you start to get that kind of transition shade versus when you don't have the transition shade? You know, I see many girls on the train wearing the eyeshadows like this. Need to give them the 224. Alright guys, now that we've blended out on both eyes, I do see that my initial colour in my crease has gone a lot lighter now. So we want to start to build that up. So I'm going to pick up my brush again, the original matte one. And I'm going to go in with this darker shade right on here. Yep. And then maybe mix it with a bit of this so it's not so dark. This is what I do all the time, guys. I mix my brush in every single freaking eyeshadow colour. I'm like, dip, dip, dip. And then when people ask me what colour, I'm like, 5 eyeshadows. So again, we're just going to go back inside the crease and just redefine it, especially on the outer corners because it's starting to look a bit one tone. So we want it to be really nice and defined, especially on the outer corners because I want to wing this puppy out. Get that intensity going on the outer corners, guys. Keep going back and forth. And it's just going to create that softer depth colour and still give that kind of nice soft blend as well. You also want to make sure you keep going back and forth between the two brushes, even if you don't put anything on the actual blending brush, just to make sure there's no harsh line that starts to form. Alright guys, so we just blended out our eyes. We're going to go in on the lid with this colour here from Xthuyle. It's one of the magnificent metals and this is in the shade Kitten Karma. So this is the first time I'm using this. It's going to be live on camera, guys. I'm a bit nervous. I'm going to go straight in with the doe foot applicator. Oh my god. Wow, this is one pigmented mother effer. So I'm just using the corner of the applicator and I'm just kind of carving out kind of like a cut crease shape. So when it goes out to the outer corners here, I just lightly feather it and then I'm going to use my little ring finger and I'm just going to pat it so the colour really fades nicely. I do feel like this bit here, it doesn't blend in with the orange bit. So I am going to go in with my Morphe eyeshadow palette and I'm going to go in with this top shade here, bright orange. With my big 224 from MAC, I'm going to go in and start to blend it in that orange here. So it kind of fades and blends in with the rest of the eyes. And then just go back in with the defining brush again. And remember, every time you put a lighter colour on top of a darker colour, it's going to make the colour not as vibrant. So I'm just going to go back in that darker shade and then just lightly go on top so it all blends in. I don't want to see like 3 distinct lines. I just want it to go fade really nicely into one another. Alright guys, so underneath my lash line I'm going to add a bright blue shade. I want to get this as blue as I can. So I'm going to go with this eyeliner from Marc Jacobs. It's called Overnight and it's a super matte long wearing pencil. It's the first time I use it. It's still brand spanking new. And as always, I'm going to put it a bit lower on my lash line as well as on my waterline. And then we're going to smudge it out with our finger just so there's no harsh lines when we put eyeshadow on top of it. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I tried to kind of blend it out just really roughly. If you guys don't blend this out, it's going to be really hard to put eyeshadow on top and make it look blended. So just blend out literally the edge of it. These Marc Jacobs pencils, they set really quickly, so you need to make sure you get in there quick. Alright guys, so underneath my lash line I'm going to blend out with this colour. It's called Aqua from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to use that same BH Cosmetic brush and it's just going to lightly blend on the outer perimeter just to give it that soft kind of like blue fade. Okay guys, just to set this eyeliner I'm going to go with Neptune eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. I'm just using a small pencil brush. This is like a really matte royal blue shade. You want to make sure the brush isn't too big because you don't want it to be like a big flat blue line. You still want to see that light transition underneath, you know. Literally just go on top of that eyeliner, patting on really lightly to make sure the eyeliner is really nice and set and it ain't going nowhere, honey. Doesn't it look like a sunset in the ocean? Okay guys, so on the eyes I'm going to do something a bit different today. I'm going to go with a blue eyeliner. This is from NYX. It's called the Vivid Sapphire eyeliner. It's super nice and bright. It's like a bright cobalt blue. I think it'll go really nice in contrast with the orange. And I haven't done coloured eyeliner in a while, so I'm going to go in as close to my lash line as possible. So when I work on outer corners, I brush it back and then I flip my wrist around and then I go back so there's no gap. Covers me from all angles, you know what I mean? Okay, let's do this flick. So with the NYX eyeliners, they do loads of different colours. They do like a red, orange, yellow, purple, loads and loads of eyeliners. So if you're looking for good liquid liners in different colours, definitely look at NYX. Ooh, the colour's fire! Because you'll find sometimes the glitter's peeping through, whereas you want the eyeliner to be quite the focus of attention, you know? God, this eyeliner's hot fire! Alright guys, so I just done a liner on both eyes, and just when I thought this was enough, I feel like we need a bit more glitter. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying. Okay, guys, so I'm going to use this glitter from Shine Shack. So cute. But I found this brand, they do mainly glitters for like festivals and stuff like that. The reason why I really like it is because it has really nice big chunks, small chunks. And I'm going to use this just on the inner corners just to give me a really nice pop of like a bright blue in there, you know. As always, I'm going to use my glitter glue of choice. This is my favourite. This is from a brand called Smolder Cosmetics. It's called Dazzle Lock. And then I'm just going to put it on the inner corners like a blob. And then use my little ring finger and just blend out the glue so it's not like a round harsh line. I want it to be quite dispersed. Pick up some glitter. Same on the other eye. A little dab, dab, dab. Glitter, glitter, glitter. Alright guys, so on the inner corners, I like the kind of blue sparkle, but I want it to be a tad more white. So I'm going to go in with this Artist Couture powder. It's called Mermaid Fantasy. It's so pretty, guys. This is what the powder looks like. It's like a white powder. You guys see it has like a bluish reflex in it. And then just on top of that, on inner corners, give it a pat of like a brighter blue. Okay, just quickly put some mascara on, and then we're gonna go for some eyelashes. These are from Kinky Lashes in the style called Fifi. So cute, Fifi, Fifi. These are really nice because they have like longer length, shorter length, and it's really nice and wispy. They're like a 3D mink lash, and they're on an invisible band. Okie dokie, now that we've got our lashes on. Oh, these eyes are fierce, girl. Yes, I'm loving them. Alright guys, so on the lips, I think I'm going to go for a bit of colour. Since we've got colour on the eyes, we might as well bring it all the way home, you know what I'm saying, guys? So I'm going to go in with my Miami Fever from Ofra Cosmetics. This is in collaboration with Kathleen Light. Such a pretty colour. It's like a burnt orange. Alright guys, so this is Miami Fever on the lips. It's super, super pretty. I think this is such a pretty colour, even for summer and autumn. But I'm going to lighten up in the centre using this liquid lipstick from Lipland. It's called Reezy. It's Ambreezy's collection. It's like a light kind of baby pinky peach colour. Alright guys, so after looking at this makeup in the mirror, I want to deepen up this crease a little bit. So I'm just going to take some black eyeshadow on a little eyeliner brush. This is like a little Urban Decay one, but any black eyeshadow. And what I'm going to do, I'm literally going to take that black eyeshadow into the crease and make it a bit more defined. I said I didn't want it to be a cut crease, and it ended up turning out to be a cut crease. This is how you step up a notch to give that really nice definition in that crease. Alright guys, so that's it for this tutorial. I literally just finished by using a bit of this highlighting powder just on my shoulders, on my collarbone, my neck, my décolletage, and I just skimmed a little bit on my face so it all ties in together. And you know, when you flick your hair, you got your shoulders out, gives it a nice shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. I haven't created a bold look like this in a long time. I haven't worn coloured eyeliner. So if you guys haven't yet, please make sure you go down below and click the subscribe button, and alongside that there's a little bell. Make sure you click that as well so that you guys get a notification every single time I upload. I upload on my channel every Wednesdays and Sundays, so make sure you don't miss any of my future tutorials. Make sure you guys are following all my social media platforms. It's just Xthuyle on Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram. All the links are in the description box, and please guys come back for my next tutorial because I'm on it, guys. I'm on this YouTube gang. So that's it from me, guys. Enjoy the bloopers. But why is there so many fingerprints on it, girl? Let's just wipe that off. Shade should we go with today? I'm not in the middle of the fucking screen. Got my hair just blow dried. It's so fluffy. It keeps like strangling me. Coco's barking. I swear in every single one of my tutorials, Coco's barking. Alright guys, we're done. Give me a thumbs up for this tutorial if you liked it. Comment down below. Can you imagine if I just left my eyes like this? Crazy. Oh, they're drilling outside. Great. That'll be nice for my bloopers. Ring finger. What was that, a fart or a freaking sneeze?
Sneeze that I tried to cover.
That was a fart. Just make sure I clean off my finger before I leave myself a fingerprint somewhere. Maybe you should use a brush to blend out. Don't use your scabby finger like me. Oh, it goes with my nail colour perfectly. Blue liner. Oh, for God's sake, my doggy's barking. Just a set. Oh my God, Coco! You guys can hear Grant editing in the background clicking away.
Can't hear me clicking.
Can. I heard you in the last tutorial as well.
Is it? Shall I click some more then? Click, 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 click.
Called Shake Shack? No, that's burgers. Okay, let me find their name. Let me find their name on Instagram. Shine Shack! Shake Shack, Shine Shack. Look how dirty my fingers are. This is how I get fingerprints on my face, guys. Hi guys, welcome. Hi guys. Fucking hell. Oh, bogey in the nose. Bat in the cave. Ah! Okay, guys, I'm tongue tied. Oh my God, so much makeup. So much shine. These, even my shoulders are shining. Blang blang in the chain chain. Blang blang in the membrane.